What up? It's your girl Triple T and we're here again for another video. No, we're doing the Vlogtober challenge, and Vlogtober is hosted by Simple Carla Jones, Sassy Ryan, and Tycoon Anthony NBA. It's Vlogtober day 27 to 7, guys. 2-7. Like 4 days left on Vlogtober done. Can you believe it? I remember we just started Vlogtober like yesterday. I'm gonna come out and I'm an intro. Vlogtober, is that? I don't vlog, no. October, is that you? October, is that y'all remember my intro? I'll leave a link so if you never remember my intro, you can check out my intro. But yes, guys, it's Vlogtober day 27th. We're like winding down to the end of Vlogtober. I must say, but we left the speech to the last video. But anyways, today is Vlogtober day 27, and for today's challenge, they say we're to do a read with me, spooky edition, Halloween, spooky Halloween or fall edition. This video, I was like wondering like what to do, because if you're to read a book, that's gonna take more than the 13 minutes that we're allowed to do the video. So to find something to read within that short period of time that's gonna be scary or for Halloween, yeah, I could have come up with no idea. But I found a popular story. I know many Jamaicans know about this story. And for those who are not Jamaicans, they may know about the story, but as well for those who don't know about the story. So we have all heard about the story of the Great Witch of Rose Hall and the Rose Hall Great House in Montego Bay, Jamaica. So I will be just telling the story for my read with me. I don't think this is a scary story or a spooky story, but it's the best I could come up with, right? Alright, so if I have time at the end of the video and the video not too long and drawn out and boring, we include two other thingy at the end, so stay tuned for that part. So the story about the Great Witch of Rose Hall, they call her Annie Palmer, the White Witch of Rose Hall. So there are many versions of this story. I know people out there already maybe hear how much other versions already, but this is the version I know, the version I learned in school. So Annie Palmer, that's the lady in question. She moved to Haiti with her parents when she was about 10 years old. Her parents died of yellow fever and she was adopted by an Asian nanny who was rumored to be a voodoo queen. Y'all know what voodoo is? I know my St. Thomas people, them supposed to know what that means, you know. Hey Nisha, hey Cleo, go on. Anyways, Annie was keen to learn and love the results that her newfound magical abilities produced. Her voodoo practices grew as well as her desire for control. So she had practiced voodoo. She consented to marry John Palmer, becoming the mistress of the great house in Rose Hall. You know the woman there, where the man have all of these things, so they want to marry the man so they can earn some of his, you know, where you have him wealth. Yeah, so that was Annie. She was a hard woman to satisfy. Even though Rose Hall was a big sugar plantation with more than 2,000 slaves, she felt the need to turn to black magic and voodoo practices as means of manipulating those around her. So she think going to voodoo, like learning black magic, she could have manipulate people. Although it has never been proven, it's stated that she had many love affairs with her slaves, sometimes using secret passageways to her bedroom if she wasn't satisfied or simple bored, she would kill them. So you know the type of woman there. So imagine she has sneaked the man in her house, and if she's not satisfied with the man, she just kill him. Woman. Alright, so they say she always go out on her bedroom balcony and conduct and witness the torture of the slaves into submission. Bear traps were used to help keep the slaves within property lines. She ruled her domain using fear and cruelty. Her power over the plantation was unmistakable, so she like had power over the entire little village. So her black magic powers continued to increase, but unfortunately for her, she murdered her intended son-in-law of her overseer, who himself was a practitioner of voodoo. Oh yeah, me did tell her she did murder her husband. Yeah. And the story service, like I think she said it's like she had like 3 husbands and she killed all of them. So, but the son-in-law that she murdered. So it says, even though a combination of physical force and black magic, the overseer was able to kill Annie in her bedroom, but he did not survive the battle. So the overseer, the son-in-law, so that I guess the man she there with now, she never knows that him know voodoo too. So him use film voodoo where him know and film black magic and use it and kill her, but you don't know say when he do that, him gonna end up dead too. So he killed her and they buried her in the yard. So even after she dead, the slaves were still terrified because them thinks that she could still use her powers while she's down in the earth to maneuver them. So she was buried directly behind Rose Hall in a tomb designed to keep her there for eternity. A special voodoo ritual was designed and performed to ensure this would happen. But the legend says that the ritual was not fully completed, which allows the spirit of Annie to still walk and roam the plantation today. So I guess then if you do some voodoo, something to keep her dog in the hole, but it never complete properly, so then instead she still roam the streets today. Persons say they have seen her riding on her horse on the plantation and looking for runaway slaves. Persons said they also see her standing on her balcony and watching the plantation. So like back in the days during primary school, they were going on a trip to the Rose Hall Great House, but when me hear all of them story, you know, so me get afraid. Yes, I'm a scaredy crow. So me get afraid I'm never go. And then again, my father tell me say he never have the money to send me. So I've never been to the Rose Hall Great House. Yeah guys, so that was basically the story of the Great Witch of Rose Hall and Palmer. So if there's anybody out there that find this story like interested and you're ever visiting Jamaica, the Montego Bay area, you can take a visit to the Rose Hall Great House. I think maybe if I go back to Jamaica and in the area I'll try and visit. I am not sure because I'm still afraid because as them say, they say she's still haunting the place and you know, I don't go what's gonna haunt me. Next time I reach home, I can't sleep. I really do not want that at all. But yeah, so persons keep saying visitors continue to hear voices, see blood-stained, hear footstep, music, and babies crying. Many visitors discover unusual photographs after visiting. All reminders that the presence of Annie Palmer is still evident today. So people, as sister, she's still today. So I don't know if she's still there because I haven't visited. If there's any one of you out there, my Jamaican friends or person from other places that have visited Rose Hall Great House in Montego Bay, Jamaica, let me know what your experience was like. Just leave a comment down below so I can read your comments and get to know what your experience was like. So that's the end of that story about Annie Palmer and the Great House. How she murdered her 3 husbands them, but then I guess the third husband she could have killed her one day, so him kill her instead. Alright guys, so when I was searching scary stories, I found this story. I don't think it's that scary, but here it goes. So it says, about 5 years ago, my mom started dating a guy she met on a dating site. That part is fine. I'd recently started dating a woman who would later become my wife, and we had met online. Anyway, my wife and I've never really liked this guy. We didn't think he was mean or anything like that, just a little creepy. He was quiet, he kept his eyes closed a lot, and occasionally said odd things like offering my wife a chocolate and then popping one into his mouth, closing his eyes and moaning as he let it melt in his mouth. What? One time my wife and I were visiting my mom, but she got called into work, so we waited at her house. Her boyfriend was over, but he spent the entire several hours just hanging out in her bedroom with the door closed. Just before Christmas, my mom and this guy started having some difficulties. My wife and I were visiting her for the holidays, and she dropped all of her problems on us, and we listened carefully and told her our opinions and suggested that she would be better off without him. She already had her mind made up and decided to break up with him on Christmas Eve. We spent the night at my mom's and got up early on Christmas morning to visit my dad at his house. We didn't plan to spend the night at my dad's, but we got snowed in, which was actually a nice Christmas surprise. The next day, we left as soon as we could get through the snow, and my wife suggested that we stop by my mom's house on the way so that we could see if she was okay. My wife had just had a really bad feeling about my mom's ex-boyfriend. My mom's car was in the driveway, but that doesn't mean much because she lives close enough to work that she often walks, and it hadn't snowed in her town. She also never locks her door, which drives me crazy. So we let ourselves in. That's when we see blood oozing out of the refrigerator's water dispenser. It had filled up the spill container and was leaking onto the floor and had made a puddle. My wife screamed and I freaked out. I fully expected to see my mom's head in the freezer. I nervously opened the freezer to find a bag of frozen cherries that had been opened, crammed into the freezer so that it fell into the ice dispenser and melted. I thought my mom was decapitated by her creepy ex-boyfriend. Oh my god. I hope I didn't get you guys in that one. Alright, and to end off things with this read with me, I'm going to give you guys two little funny stories. I read them to Babe and he did not laugh, so I don't know if they are funny, so just let me know down below if they are funny. So I think maybe the first one, you guys maybe have heard about it already. It's called The Taxi Driver. So a passenger in a taxi tapped the driver on the shoulder to ask him something. The driver screamed and lost control of the cab. He nearly hit a bus, then he drove up over the curb and stopped just inches away from the telephone. For a few moments, everything in the cab was quiet and the driver said, "You scared the daylights out of me." The passenger apologized and said, "I didn't realize that a tap on the shoulder could frighten someone so much." "Well, today is my first day on the job," said the taxi driver. "I used to drive a hearse." So, I first day for the job, says if the in a previous job and the dopey tapping on his shoulder. If I'm there driving a vehicle don't lose control or save way. But then I'm not going to drive no hearse. Imagine being in that driver's shoes. And the last story I'm about to give, it's called The Hunter. So two hunters were out in the wood. All of a sudden, one of them collapsed on the ground. He was lying perfectly still and didn't seem to be breathing. His eyes were glazed over. The other hunter quickly grabbed his mobile phone and called emergency services. When the operator answered the phone, the man said, "My friend is dead. What should I do?" The operator tried to calm him down in a soothing voice, saying, "Take it easy. I can help you. First of all, let's make sure he's really dead." Then there was this long silence. Then the operator heard the sound of gunshot. The hunter said, "Okay, now what?" So, I guess, because the operator said, "Let's make sure he's really dead." the other man go shoot the man. The HR say really dead, so I tell the operator say, "Yeah, him dead now, so what am I do next?" These things. Well, I enjoyed these two little short funny stories. I hope you guys did as well. Let me know down in the comment section if you like this video. Also, remember to leave me the comments in the comment section about your visit to the Royal Great House if you have done so. Hope you all enjoy this video. Again, it's part of the Vlogtober challenge, and you don't know at the end of the video, and we're out here cause we're gone. No. Maybe we do an ending slang, people. You see, when I say when I rise and boast at the end of our video, we need one ending slang. Like, you have any ideas for me, guys? Let me all know. But remember, if you're not yet a part of the Triple T squad or the TT squad, as Shen Cross says, what are you waiting for? Just hit the subscribe button, leave a like on this video and a comment, share the video out, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to come join the Triple T squad. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye. I know, babe, for that video, I look at myself all the time. I never remember for looking at the camera, the old on the camera. Just to let you know. So when I edit the video, you're not come tell me blah 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 blah. I'm not paying me no mind. I'm on my own. Oh, it just start record. I miss I'm pressing something in our record. Boyaka, 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 boyaka. Man, you think so I put up good finger, kush. Hi! Can report my video. Boyaka, boyaka. Boyaka, boyaka, ashabarang dumpling, something. Right. 27. Damn. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. It's 4 days left for Vlogtober. Babes are finally. No worry, Vlogmas is coming. There's people who call for Vlogmas. 4 days left for Vlogtober. I'm gonna be sad. I enjoy doing these videos. Only 4 days.
I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker.